Well, hello, golfers. It's been quite a while since I've posted a Nubeqa in golf episode, guys, because nobody's watching. you know, but today I somewhat broke a little rule because maybe about a week and a half ago, I played with somebody for 18 holes, and I swore myself never to do that again. This guy could not stop talking. But today I got to I was on I was going from 14 to 15, and I saw a guy on 13 that I remembered. And I started some kind of conversation. And it turned out that this guy was a doctor. So we started a chat for a while, and then he says, "Look, I don't want these guys to catch me. Why don't you let me play out these next couple of holes? We'll play the last few together." So I said, "Okay." So he played 13 and he played 14, and we played 15 through 18 together. And it was the complete opposite. This guy was talking while I was playing, but he wasn't telling me how to play. George was a good player. The guy who annoyed me, he annoyed me. He was a good player, but he wanted to keep talking. He never shut up. This doctor, he had courtesy to let me take my own shots, and he said something after, but somehow it helped my flow. And the last three holes, I got a bogey and two pars, so he called me pretty well. He told me that I didn't learn from one shot to the other, and I remembered it. And somehow I wasn't putting well all day, all day, but somehow I talked to this doctor, and it turned out okay. And this guy was good because he's a pain doctor. I call it a neuropathy. He knows exactly what it was. He gave me a little exam, so I'm going to see him pretty soon, and we'll see what it is. So today, I did not practice my putting. I have if you can see them over there, that's my well, I have a stack of balls, a bunch of balls that I usually practice to stay in good shape. You have to practice, keep your confidence up on putting, right? Well, let's put it this way. If you practice putting, you need to practice all the time. Just keep, I don't care how many few balls it is, 10, 15, 20. I like to go into big numbers, 50, 60, 70, 80 balls. Not all at one time, 20, 30 ball stretches, but over a day, I'll maybe pick 60, 70. But if you don't do that basic practice, 20, 30 balls, you're going to lose it. You need to practice, stay in that touch. And this is this way, because what happened today, I did this at least 3 times. I left my ball a good 6, 7, 8 yards from 6, 7, 8 feet from the green, and it was in that precarious position where you don't want to roll. It was just better to roll it and putt it than to try to chip it and leave a disaster, because you chip, your ball can go wide and just go just as far away from the hole as it is forward. So you have give yourself another putt, but just from a different angle. So with a putt, you're trying to get the line. If you get the line good, the first thing you want to do is get the velocity right. I didn't get the velocity right. 3 times I putted the ball just off the fringe, just onto the collar. I made 7-foot putt, and there was another 8 foot from the collar, or maybe 10 feet from the collar to the pin. And I didn't want to roll all the way past the end of the green, right? And well, I'll tell you, leaving it on the collar is just about as frustrating because you leave yourself another tough putt. And even the close ones were not falling today because I was getting frustrated from putting 3 times when I really needed to putt just twice. So I had a bunch of 5s. I had a 7 today. A 7. Not pretty. I forgot how I made that 7, but it wasn't. I hit 2 and then I hit 5. 5 bad putts. Well, 4 bad putts because the last one went in. So my advice is, I got what I wanted to get done today because I wanted to get more shaft lean and compression, but I was still a little bit short. I didn't hit any. I don't remember hitting any greens in regulation, but I did. No, I didn't hit. I don't remember hitting too many greens in regulation, but I did putt well. Once I got on the green and was getting closer, after I saw that doctor, I calmed down. Well, actually, I got up a little early and I wasn't fully in it. You wake up a little bit later and the ball is going. But I do like how my Mizunos I got. I don't know if I told you. Oh, I didn't. I finally bought a set of clubs. I gave my old clubs, my father's clubs, to a neighbor, and I bought a set of new Mizunos. Not in that order though. I didn't give away my dad's club before my Mizunos came in, and I put the 9-iron and the pitching wedge in my bag for pitch and putt, and I took out the 52. So now in my bag I have a putter, a 64, a 60, a 56, and a pitching wedge because the 52 is taking the place of the pitching wedge. 52 is coming up short all the time. So my pitching wedge is good for 65, 70, 65, 60 yards on a decent. But now I'm trying to get more shaft lean and better compression and go a little bit further. I do a few wall push-ups because I don't have a lot of strength. So regular push-ups and no go. I have two dumbbells here. They're like, how many? I'm on 3. I think they're like 3.5 kg. What is it? They're 3 pound. They're 3 pound, 6 pound dumbbells. 3 on each one, 3 on each side. I used to do those easy. Now I struggle with those. No testosterone, I struggle with those. So I do wall push-ups. This little foyer right here. I lean on that wall, the wall to your left, and I start on the wall to your right, and I lean onto the wall to your left, and I do a few push-ups that way. I'm up to like 40. So it makes a little difference. The ball is going a little bit further. And the 9-iron, I use my 9-iron for the 80-yard holes, which is 1 and 9, and the pitching wedge for the 60 and 65-yard holes. And it's working out pretty good. Working out fairly well. I found a new golf course, Jacob Reese Par 3, it used to be named. Now it's the Rockaway Beach Country Club. And they have longer holes there. They have a 150-yard hole. That's a par 4. And then they have a 128-yard hole, a couple of hundred. Let's see, what do we have? Here it is. They have one that's 113, one that's 106, one that's 104, one that's 128. And the others are pretty much in the regular pitch and putt range of what I have. They have 350-yard holes, a couple of 80-yard holes. So it's a much longer course. 380, 281s, 189, and a 90, and the 77. So I have to hit a little longer here. My best game there is 82. That wasn't that bad. But we have to get a little bit. The thing about that's a full day. The traveling time is like 2 hours out there, and playing that course takes me 3.5 hours, and I'm an old man with a bad foot, so I got to get out there early. So with chemo, hopefully starting, I know you might have been hearing this story from back in March. But I pulled all the muscles in my right foot, and I couldn't get too much sleep with that foot. And my pressure was up, so they couldn't give me chemo. So now I know what to do. I got to get lots of sleep before my next appointment, which is tomorrow. And as opposed to getting up early. Last time I got up early and did some work, didn't go back to sleep, and I was slept. And my pressure was up. Tomorrow, I don't care. I'm going to sleep late, do a little bit of work, and get out of there. Everything's going to be good. All right, so that's it. That's it for this round of Nubeqa and golf. My, my compression is once I get my compression in my just a little bit of putting. I got a 42 on the front and a 35 on the back. Now, I started off with a double, and then a bogey, and the rest were bogeys and a couple of pars. But that's not bogey golf. Is not bad golf. I don't feel. I'm not a pro. I don't feel bad. Once I get this compression down and a few extra yards on my shots, and I start hitting greens, that's when the score comes down low. They're popping up, but they're going up too high. And I just have to remember to get the correct angle, the correct shaft lean when I hit the ball. All right, don't want to make it too long. Got to stay on this channel. Over 15 minutes, it won't go on this channel. All right, everybody take care and play more golf, as Jimmy Tropicana says.